Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so if you're trying to, get serious about organizing your thoughts, you've probably hit this fork in the road. Obsidian or Logseq? Which one's right?
Exactly. And today we're going to try and cut through all the noise, all the feature lists. We want to focus on the philosophy, really, the core ideas behind these two markdown systems.
Yeah, because they look similar on the surface, but they really push you in different directions.
That's the mission today. It's less about what they do and more about how they kind of nudge your thinking. Both are fantastic tools, don't get me wrong, markdown-based, powerful.
But they cater to different styles. So the real choice for you listening in, it kind of boils down to this, doesn't it? Are you a builder, someone who craves like total flexibility?
Or are you more of a systematizer, someone who actually needs structure, like built in from the start?
Let's unpack that, starting with Obsidian, the builder's paradise, as you put it.
Yeah, Obsidian is, well, the sources describe it as this insanely flexible, do-whatever-you-want kind of tool. It's all about building your second brain, right?
But you build it. It doesn't hand you a pre-made system.
Not at all.
Mm.
It gives you the raw materials, the
Yeah.
blocks, the links, the markdown files. You figure out the architecture.
And a huge part of its appeal, and this is really key, is the data ownership.
Oh, absolutely critical. Your notes, they're just plain markdown files.
Yeah.
Sitting right there on your own computer.
Which means you own your data completely. And crucially, it works offline. No internet required unless you want it to.
Right. No cloud dependency unless you actively opt in. They do have paid options like Obsidian Sync or Publish, which are solid, but they're optional. The core is local.
And how you organize, well, it's up to you, isn't it? Folders, tags, backlinks, whatever makes sense to your brain.
Exactly. And that visual graph view they have, it's not just pretty. It's actually super satisfying. It lets you see how ideas connect in ways you might not expect.
You see those emergent connections, yeah.
Right. It rewards you for linking things. You
Yeah.
discover connections you didn't explicitly plan when you wrote the notes.
But, okay, here's the builder part we mentioned. The customization. Well, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous is a good word. The community, the plugins, the themes, it's massive. You can genuinely turn Obsidian into almost anything.
Like a task manager, a writing studio.
A full-on research database, a Zotero interface, Kanban boards, you name it, there's probably a plugin for it.
But that power comes with let's say, a time investment.
Definitely. If you're not prepared to tinker, to really spend time setting it up exactly how you want,
Down to the last pixel.
then that initial phase can feel overwhelming, almost paralyzing for some. The builder loves defining the rules, but yeah, others might just see chaos.
So that flexibility is its defining trait, but it requires effort up front. If you want something that works more immediately, Logseq has a very different feel.
Totally different vibe, yeah. Still markdown, still powerful linking, but the starting point, the structure, is different.
Logseq feels more like the systematizer's tool. It really revolves around daily notes and bullet points. Everything's an outline. Yeah.
That's the core concept. It feels less like a collection of separate documents and more like a continuous stream. Like journaling meets a task list, almost.
Instead of focusing on files, it focuses on blocks, right? Every bullet point is its own thing.
Exactly. Every paragraph, every task, every bullet, it's an individual block you can link to directly. Addressable, linkable.
Which makes querying and finding connections really powerful, maybe even more granular than file-based linking sometimes.
Potentially, yeah. Especially for structured information. And this built-in structure makes it fantastic for productivity right out of the box.
It has task management built right in, checkboxes, scheduling, deadlines. It's designed for tracking what you do day to day.
Perfect for people who like that daily routine, that log of activity. And like Obsidian, it's fully offline. And worth noting, Logseq is completely open source.
Right. Free and open source.
And if you're already using systems, established methods like GTD.
Getting things done,
Yeah. Or maybe PRA projects, areas, resources, archives. Logseq slots right in. Its outline structure naturally supports those kinds of lists and hierarchies.
So it feels more like a ready-made productivity tool. Less setup required.
Dramatically less setup, generally speaking.
Yeah.
You open it up, start typing in your daily note, and you're kind of already using it productively.
Okay, so let's synthesize this. If you're listening and you're that builder type,
Someone who loves total freedom, customizing everything, maybe even enjoys the process of setting up the system itself.
then Obsidian is probably your playground. It's expansive, open-ended.
Right. But conversely, if you're the systematizer,
You prefer clear structure from the start. Daily planning. Simple organization that just works without needing weeks of configuration.
Then Logseq is likely going to feel much more natural, more immediately productive for you. Both are amazing, seriously powerful tools.
But they guide your brain differently. They encourage different ways of organizing knowledge.
Absolutely. The choice isn't really about which one is objectively better. There isn't a winner.
It's entirely about how your brain works, how you prefer to categorize, connect, and, maybe most importantly, how you retrieve that knowledge later on.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to chew on.
Go for it.
What aspect of how you organize things right now is it the total freedom that sometimes ends up feeling chaotic? Or is it maybe a rigid routine that stops you from seeing unexpected connections? Which one is actually holding back your thinking the most?